All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine Wednesday evening. Just had dinner and thought I would knock out another video because I realized I don't have a spot for my hat. I hadn't done a video for Heroes and Hardships, Dungeons Deep and Caverns Old. I thought I did one, and I think I might have previewed it as a PDF. But as I just got the physical book in the other day, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I wanted to go over it. Now, I don't want to go in too deep to it because it is an adventure and there's spoilers in there, but it's super cool, and it's 100 pages long, 99 pages, I think, and then there's a page. Yeah, there's a page of art in the back of the actual keep. So for those that don't know, this is for Heroes and Hardships, the proprietary system by Jason Duff for the game called Heroes and Hardships, Universal RPG System. This is his like major splat book. It highlights the dwarves. So if you want to play in a fantasy high magic setting, and you want dwarves, there's a lot of information in here about dwarves. Of course, to play this, you'll need this, which go in the archives, check out my review, which I think it's a buy. I really like it. It was a successful Kickstarter. It's a roll keep system, so you figure out your attributes. You're going to roll a number of dice equal to your attribute plus your skill, and you're going to keep a certain amount of dice based on, if I remember correctly, your attribute. But I could be, now I'm second guessing myself. It's been a while since I've played. But either way, it's a cool system, roll keep system. So if you've played games like Legends of the Five Rings, that's a prime example where you roll X amount of dice and you keep certain dice from that dice pool. You create a dice pool with a stat and a skill, and then you keep a certain amount of dice. So this uses the same system, and Jason even says it was a huge inspiration for his system. But the great thing about this is you can play everything from a Western to sci-fi, political intrigue, samurais, sci-fi. You know, you want to play Serenity. This game will do it really well. You want aliens, you want, monsters, it does it. He has a number of PDFs on his drive-through RPG, and I'll put a link to the drive-through. Remember, use my affiliate code because it helps the channel. Yeah, he has a number of splat little PDF books that he has put out for the game. So it's very well supported. There's a nice GM pamphlet, minor book, whatever you want to call it. There's a sci-fi toolkit. There's a vehicle spaceship toolkit. So there's a lot of neat stuff. It's a very well supported game, and I don't think it gets enough attention. So this is all about dwarves. It's got new rules in it for abilities, ancestry traits, golems, golem templates, corruption, which is a big theme in this adventure, so I don't want to give too much away. It's semi-gloss paper, kind of a parchment style paper. It has a very cool look to it. If the camera will focus there without the glare, you can see the art is super cool. He got very talented artists to do the work here. The paper has a very parchment type feel, even though it's semi-glossy. So there's not a huge reflection on it when you're looking at it over a deep light, but it looks really nice. It's got that parchment look to it, like it's old paper. One of my favorite drawings, a female dwarf monk, which I think is super cool, and the art is super fantastic in here. Lots of cool art, lots of new, talents and abilities. So if you want a definitive guide to orcs, if you want a definitive guide to dwarves in your fantasy setting, maybe you've created your own setting with Heroes and Hardships, which is super easy to do, but you don't want to do all the work for dwarves. Boom. This is what you need. And at 100 pages, I think it's pretty good bang for your buck. Like I said, the art is fantastic. The rules in here are very well done. You got NPCs, golem warriors. I don't want to give too much away because, like I said, there is an adventure in here, and I don't want to spoil anything. There's rules for corruption and mutations, and it's a pretty cool adventure. I did read the adventure. And I did enjoy it, and I'm definitely a big dwarf fan. And so for me, this was definitely a buy. I'm very happy with it. I'm super happy to have it in print. I liked it so much that when I got my PDF copy, I printed it out and I made a physical copy that I used to futz with and play with and stuff. So very excited. I played in my friend Brian's game. He ran us through a little like 2 or 3 episode adventure, and I played a dwarf monk. And this book wasn't out yet, but I would be even more deadly if I would have had this book. So hopefully I can convince Brian into running some more of this, and I can redo my dwarf monk, because I would really enjoy that. I think that's a super cool system. I like the roll keep system. It's on D10s, so it's very cool. Has a very unique system. It's very intuitive, I feel, and pretty simple. From what I remember, I haven't got to play it in a bit. Also, spoilers, dwarven women have beards and mustaches, so be aware. Very authentic dwarves. I do like the fact that the artist rendition of dwarves in this are not rotund. They're not as wide as they are tall. You'll see a lot of the art in here, a lot of the images. They're very fit, very body positive, but there's some mutations and things like that. So it's got a lot of neat information in here. The dwarves, there are some slender dwarves. They all have big noses, like Norse mythology, or European mythology shows dwarves all have big noses. So they keep some of the tropes to the same. Women have beards and mustaches. They can shave if they so desire, but for the most part, they don't have to. The art is fantastic. The adventure in here is pretty darn good, to be honest. It's got full of intrigue and combat, and some nice twists and turns. I don't want to give too much away, but if you're looking for a good adventure to go with your dwarves, and you're looking to add dwarves to your Heroes and Hardship game, this book is phenomenal. I would recommend picking up right now. It is available on DriveThruRPG. Again, I'll put my affiliate code down in the doobly-doo. You can click on that and then go search for this and you'll find it. And that's really about it. It's like another short video. I know I put out a quick video earlier for the 5e version of this because Jason's feels like the Kickstarter is struggling, and so a little support never hurts. And I think he's an amazing author and designer. I love the layout of his books. They're done really well. And I'm excited to see what more he comes up with because I really like the system, Heroes and Hardships. And if you're a 5e fan, who doesn't want more dwarves in 5e? So, like I said, I did a video on that already, but I wanted to shill away for this because I think it's a good product, and if you're into Heroes and Hardships, this is definitely a pickup in my book. And like I said, he's got a lot of PDF supplements on DriveThru to support the game. So no matter what genre you're looking for, what niche you wish to fill, I think you're going to find something in a lot of his PDFs. So go on DriveThru, use my affiliate link. That really helps the channel. And pick up some of his PDFs. I'm pretty sure you'll find something you like. It's very well supported. Some sci-fi stuff, some fantasy stuff, and just all around really cool system. And I think you should give it a try. So again, D10s, roll keep. You're going to make a dice pool. You're going to roll X amount of dice. You're going to keep a certain amount of those dice, and you're going to meet or beat a target number. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty simple system. It's easy to get into. Character creation, in my opinion, was pretty fun. And of course, this book adds some more options to character creation, especially if you're playing in a fantasy game with dwarves. This is going to be your bread and butter right here. So I wanted to help Jason out. I wanted to show him a little love. He's been a strong supporter on the channel. He does run his own Discord channel, Earl of Fife Games, and I'll put a link in the doobly-doo down there when I do. And it's a cool site, and he runs games on there and stuff, but he's also very active on the Mr. Mean Speaks. Let's talk about RPGs. So if you have questions, and maybe you're already a member of my Discord, or if you're not, please pop in and you can send him a message, or you can join his Discord. The choice is yours. But as always, any support is greatly appreciated and welcomed. So as Dave Tootie, my favorite tech YouTuber, says, thumbs if you loved it, I got it wrong. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. So that's all I got to say about Dungeons Deep and Caverns Old. I hope you pick it up, either the 5e version if you're a Dungeons and Dragons fan, or the Heroes and Hardship or H&H version if you're a fan. I have the H&H version because that's my jam. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a worthwhile addition to your collection. And if you buy it, you're helping an independent creator on YouTube, and you're helping an independent designer in the gaming industry, which both things are super cool and make you super cool by default. So anyway, as always, peace, love, and hair grease. Remember, Mr. Mean says be nice. And as always, take care. Thanks, guys.